Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, I want to send extreme prayers to Demar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills. I did not see the game or what was played there. Obviously, they just postponed the game, if you guys are aware. He went down with a cardiac, very, very serious cardiac situation right after a tackle on Jamar Chase in the first quarter, and he got up and then immediately went back down. I'm sure you guys already know this news. This news is circled all the way around. I think I'm one of the last people to actually get it since I just wasn't able to see what happened, but my prayers are there, man. My prayers are there. Hear about the young fella. He's only 24 years old, something like that. Woof. This is the moments where you sit back and you understand that sports is much more human than X's and O's and business and science. These are people, man, and this is something that I tell you guys the truth. I was thinking about this yesterday while I was watching the Lakers. I just said a little quick prayer to the Lord, like, protect our athletes, protect our players. I wasn't thinking about anything of that sort. I was thinking about something entirely different, but it's not the point. It's just the idea that maybe a few hours before this happened, I said a prayer for just about every public athlete figure out there, just because I just got a feeling in my heart that it was time to do that. It was a good time to do that at the beginning of the year, to just consider the humanity of everything that we talk about and everything that we appreciate. So to see this happen, I just hope that prayer reached him soon. I hope that prayer got to him before this event took place, man. And I'm glad they were able to revive him. Obviously, if you're following, we're still waiting for great news, and that's the news we'll pray for going forward for him. So that's what it is. I understand. I watched a bunch of videos, doctors who were talking. Essentially, they believe that the hit that he suffered got him in the chest area in a certain way, timing wise, that it ultimately sparked what took place. And it's not common, but it has been done and seen before. Certain comments that I read in the various things that I was watching, was one person who had mentioned they'd seen this happen with soccer players before, baseball players. The doctor had said, so this is something they'd seen before. And it's just, if you take a certain type of hit in a certain spot at a certain time, this can happen. It's extremely rare, but if it hits in a certain rhythm while your heart is beating a certain way, and you take that pressure at that certain rhythm at that point, that's what can trigger this. And it's extremely important that they revive you right away, or rather get that CPR into you right away. So that's my understanding of what took place. It was something that they believe directly correlated to the hit itself and when that hit took place, based on how his heart was beating. So the things we learn, man, it's just it's a very sensitive thing. That's why we got to appreciate everybody, you know what I mean? Because we just don't really know what can all happen when you wake up in the morning and don't know about, what your life is going to entail. He's obviously in the best shape of his life. Obviously, he's a young fella, professional football player, and best. He didn't think nothing like this would happen. I don't think you know what I mean? Judging by what the doctor said, he didn't necessarily have to have any heart problems at all. You know what I mean? At all. So this is just terrifying. And most importantly, we're thankful that right now we have encouraging news about his situation in comparison to what was given to us right away. So that's what it is. It's a sensitive time, and we're gonna pray for him, and we're gonna keep him up in a positive light, man, because we want our athletes to be all right no matter what sport they play all over the world, man. No question about it. I also since we're here, we talk about people, Pele. I want to send condolences to the family of Pele, the great soccer player. And I watched some of his highlights earlier today and was able to appreciate just what he brought, to the game, and his level of talent. To experience that for the first time today, man, it's just something I appreciate. We talk about athletes and enjoying them while they're here, man. I'm very limited in experiencing some of the athletes of different sports and things of that nature, since I follow my basketball so very closely. It's one of those situations where I was able to appreciate the greatness that Pele brought to the table today in a nice highlight video. So these are the type of things I think about, just the safety of our players, the humanity of people we watch do what they do. Me personally, I thank them for having something that I've been able to be inspired by, and of course something I kind of piggyback in regards to my own interests and have this about, for myself and for so many, you know what I mean? So any athlete, wherever you are and how far, you are in your craft, whatever your case is, just understand that the fans, we appreciate not only that you are an athlete, but those of us who are capable of it, we appreciate that you're a human. And that's something that I want to put in this video for sure, man. So I'm thinking about Hamlin, I'm thinking about the family of Pele, and I'm thinking about you guys as well, man. So please, everybody, just keep Hamlin in your prayers. That's someone who we want to see get back out there and do what it is that he does, man, let alone survive this. And so that's what it is. I get fearful, I guess, because you want guys to be able to walk away from a game when it has this type of moment. I think about Tua, also in football, the Miami Dolphins quarterback. He suffered another concussion this past weekend, and we've talked about that on this channel, and I just felt like it's necessary to kind of make it clear that we appreciate athletes who want to give it their all, but we also appreciate athletes who go home to their families and to their mamas, who understand the fullness of the risk that they take. When you make the decision to continue to take on that type of thing, when you take on the type of head trauma he's taking, somebody's going to have to take care of you. You know what I mean? If it gets to a point where these traumas cause you lasting damage, it ain't just your suffering that must be considered. It's the fact that it's going to be a process for your loved ones to have to take care of you. For some reason, this trauma turns into what it is that trauma turns into, and this is why we just want the NFL to continue to evolve. All sports, of course, but this is the NFL we're talking about. And try their very best to try to protect the players through technology and whatever other scientific ways would allow it. Because as we learn, we understand that these things are sensitive. Something like what happened to Hamlin tonight, we know for a fact, we've all seen it. It can happen. So these are the type of things we just want to become more educated about if we aren't already. And also encourage people to protect themselves. Hey, look, man, Tua, nobody's going to shame you for walking away if it's necessary, brother. We don't want to see something like what happened to Hamlin happen to you. Not to say it's the same thing, but it's not the point. The point is, if you could prevent it, let's do so. And that's the most important thing. It's not the same thing at all. Very different situation, but it still comes down to the mortality of athletes, and we want to see them succeed and survive. That's the bottom line. So for me, I think it's important to throw this in the video as well. Tua, please, man, listen to your doctors, bro. When they talk about that long term, please, bro, listen to them. Football is important to you. It's your life, but it's not the only thing that you can find to be passionate in life. And so we want to understand the fullness of life. We're caught up in the moment. It's 2023, just started the year. This is where we are, but it ain't our forever. So anything that you're doing right now, if it could cost you your forever, reconsider, please. So that's what I got to say, man. Big ups to everybody, man. All of you guys who watch my channel, I want to send prayers to you. And just understand that this is a video of support, man. I want to see Hamlin survive tonight and get back on the field very soon. I want to see and hear, of course, to know of Pele's family being okay in the situation. Condolences once again, and congratulations on a triumphant career in life for your loved one. And of course, Tua, man, great young quarterback, and I do believe he's going to be great if he can find a way to stay in his career. But the thing about it is, at what cost, my friend? Your motor skills, your life, the ability to eat properly, your family, you know what I mean? And them having to take care of you and wipe you or whatever the case may be. How many more of these hits are we going to force them to endure? That's what comes to mind, man. So with love in my heart, I say everybody take care of themselves, man. And athletes, keep doing what you do. Know for a fact that there's value in what it is that you do. Aside from just you appreciating it, you inspire a lot of people. So that's what I got to say, man. BDF 44. God bless.